When 79-year-old Evelyn stood up from her chair one morning, the room began to spin. Her vision blurred, her knees went weak, and for a moment she thought she might faint. She sat back down, breathing deeply, whispering, "Why does this keep happening?" At first she thought it was just old age, but over the next few weeks the dizzy spells got worse, especially when she stood up too quickly. Her doctors said her blood pressure was dropping sharply whenever she rose, a condition called orthostatic hypotension, often linked to sluggish circulation and stiff arteries. Evelyn's doctor told her something she never forgot. "Your blood is like traffic. If the roads are narrow and blocked, everything slows down, even your brain." That image stuck with her. She realized her body wasn't getting enough blood flow, especially to her head, and the problem wasn't just aging, it was how her arteries had quietly changed over time. Many seniors across America experience the same frightening moment, that sudden rush of dizziness or lightheadedness when standing up. It's often brushed off, but it's actually a warning sign. It means your arteries and heart are struggling to push blood upward fast enough to reach your brain. Healthy arteries are soft and flexible, like smooth hoses that expand and contract easily. But with age, poor diet, and stress, they become stiff and narrow. Fat, sugar, and calcium deposits collect along the inner walls, making it harder for blood to flow freely. This reduced circulation starves your brain of oxygen for a few seconds, and that's what causes that scary dizzy when standing feeling. Doctors warn that this can be an early sign of arterial stiffness, which also increases the risk of heart disease, stroke, and fatigue. The good news: nature offers a gentle way to reverse it. Evelyn's story took a turn when she discovered a simple, natural drink that helped clear her arteries and restored her circulation within weeks, and it came from ingredients already in her kitchen. But before we reveal that drink, let's talk about why common solutions don't always work. Evelyn's first instinct was to drink more water and eat more salt, because she read online that low blood pressure needed salt. But the more salt she added, the more bloated and tired she felt. Her legs swelled, her heart raced, and her dizziness didn't improve at all. Then she tried drinking coffee in the morning for an energy boost. It helped briefly, but soon her heart was pounding and her mouth felt dry. The caffeine gave her a temporary spike in circulation, but it also dehydrated her and caused her blood pressure to swing up and down. Her neighbor suggested taking vitamin pills, but they upset her stomach and didn't solve the real problem: her arteries themselves. That's when her doctor explained the truth. You can't fix poor circulation with quick fixes. You have to nourish the blood vessels themselves. That idea led Evelyn to a natural discovery that changed her life: a drink combination, now being studied by heart researchers for its ability to reduce arterial stiffness, clear plaque buildup, and improve oxygen delivery to the brain. The result? Her dizziness disappeared within 2 weeks, and her doctor noticed her blood flow had improved dramatically. In the next part, we'll reveal exactly what this drink is, what it contains, how it works inside your arteries, and how to prepare it at home safely. We'll also share the science behind each ingredient and how seniors like Evelyn are using it to restore circulation naturally. But before we move on, if you find this kind of real-life health insight helpful, please hit the like button, subscribe to Senior Ways, and comment below. Have you ever felt dizzy when standing up too quickly? Your story could help someone else feel less alone and maybe even find their own solution. Solution number 1. The natural drink that cleans arteries and wakes up blood flow. When Evelyn returned home after yet another dizzy spell, she sat at her kitchen table feeling defeated. Her medications helped a little, but she wanted something gentler, something natural that supported her body instead of masking the symptoms. That evening, she remembered something her grandmother used to say: "Nature always puts the cure in the same garden where it places the problem." So she began reading, searching, asking questions. That's when she discovered a combination used for generations in Mediterranean and Asian households: a simple drink made from warm water, fresh lemon, and a teaspoon of raw apple cider vinegar. At first, it sounded too ordinary to matter, but when she learned why it works, everything changed. Lemon contains natural bioflavonoids and vitamin C that soften artery walls and reduce inflammation. Apple cider vinegar contains acetic acid, which helps break down fatty deposits and improves blood sugar control. Together they act like a gentle internal cleanser, loosening plaque, thinning the blood slightly, and encouraging smoother circulation. When Evelyn drank it warm, something even more powerful happened. Warmth dilated her arteries, helping the mixture travel more deeply into the bloodstream. Her routine was simple. Each morning she squeezed half a fresh lemon into 8 ounces of warm water, added a teaspoon of raw apple cider vinegar, stirred gently, and sipped slowly. Within days she noticed her hands felt warmer. She wasn't lightheaded when she stood up. Her brain felt clear again. By the end of the second week, the dizzy spells had almost vanished. Her doctor later told her, if more seniors did this, we'd see fewer complaints about sluggish blood flow. Your arteries respond beautifully to acidity and warmth. This wasn't a miracle. It was chemistry, simple, gentle, effective. Nature supporting the body exactly the way it was designed to be supported. And the best part, it costs less than 20 cents a day. Solution number 2, how this drink repairs arterial flexibility. The secret to stopping dizziness. Evelyn didn't understand at first why this drink works so quickly, but her doctor explained it with an image she never forgot. He held up a rubber band and said, "Healthy arteries behave like this, stretchy, flexible, able to expand when your heart pumps." Then he held up a dry twig and snapped it between his fingers. Aging arteries behave like this, stiff, narrow, unable to adjust when you stand up. When your arteries can't expand fast enough, blood doesn't rush upward the way it should. Your brain gets short on oxygen. That's when dizziness hits. The warm lemon vinegar drink helps in 3 powerful ways. First, the acidity helps dissolve tiny fat particles that cling to the inside of artery walls. It doesn't remove big plaques, no natural remedy can do that, but it smooths away the small buildup that contributes to stiffness over time. Second, the vitamin C and antioxidants from lemon strengthen collagen, the protein that keeps arteries elastic. When older arteries regain even a little flex, blood flow improves dramatically. Third, apple cider vinegar helps stabilize blood sugar. Seniors often experience sudden drops or spikes after meals, which can worsen dizziness. By keeping glucose steadier, the drink prevents the sudden dips that lead to lightheadedness. Evelyn felt this change before she understood it. She described it as a warm softness inside my chest and neck, like the pipes in my body finally opened. One afternoon she stood up after watering her plants, expecting the usual spinning sensation, but her vision stayed clear. Her balance stayed steady. It was the first time in months she felt like herself again. Her cardiologist smiled when she shared the news. When your arteries become even slightly more flexible, he said, your brain thanks you instantly. For seniors, dizziness isn't just an inconvenience. It can lead to falls, fractures, fear, and a loss of independence. That's why improving arterial flexibility is one of the most important steps toward maintaining confidence and mobility. And this drink, it gives your arteries exactly what they've been missing: warmth, acidity, antioxidants, and support. Solution number 3, the circulation spice doctors love. How ginger wakes up the blood and calms the heart. A few weeks after Evelyn began her morning drink, she had another conversation with her doctor. He told her, if you really want to supercharge your circulation, add ginger. She looked confused. Ginger, like the kind I use in tea. He nodded. Exactly. It's one of nature's most trusted circulation boosters. Ginger has been used in traditional medicine for centuries, and now modern cardiology is learning why older generations valued it so much. Ginger contains powerful compounds called gingerols, which gently thin the blood, soothe inflammation, and help arteries widen more easily. This matters more than most seniors realize. When inflammation gathers around artery walls, blood flow slows, arteries stiffen, blood pressure becomes unstable, and the brain receives less oxygen during quick movements. For Evelyn, dizziness was a warning signal. Her arteries weren't bringing blood upward fast enough. but ginger changes that. One afternoon, she boiled a few thin slices of ginger in water and added it to her lemon vinegar drink. She described the feeling as warm energy moving through my chest and neck. It wasn't dramatic or sudden. It was gentle, like her body finally woke up. How does ginger help? First, it reduces platelet sticking, meaning your blood flows more easily and smoothly. Second, it warms the body, naturally encouraging vessels to relax and open. Third, it supports digestion and lowers inflammation in the whole cardiovascular system. A study from the University of Maryland Medical Center found that daily ginger intake improved blood flow in older adults by nearly 30%. No harsh chemicals, no medications, just a spice from the kitchen doing exactly what nature designed it to do. Evelyn noticed she stopped having cold hands and feet. Her toes no longer tingled. Her head no longer felt heavy in the mornings. She smiled and said, "Ginger is like a soft wind that moves my blood." And for seniors who cannot exercise easily, ginger becomes even more valuable. It's circulation you can drink. Solution number 4, hydration cycling. The simple technique that prevents head rush and orthostatic dizziness. One of the biggest mistakes seniors make is drinking water only when they feel thirsty. Thirst is a late-stage signal, especially after 65, when the brain's thirst center becomes less sensitive. This leads to what doctors call light dehydration, which doesn't cause obvious symptoms until you stand up. That is when dizziness strikes. The problem is simple. When your body is slightly dehydrated, your blood volume decreases. With less blood available, your heart has less to pump upward the moment you rise from a chair or bed. Your brain receives less oxygen for a second or two, and you feel the floor tilt beneath your feet. Evelyn's doctor taught her a method called hydration cycling, something many cardiac rehabilitation programs now recommend for older adults. It works like this: instead of drinking big glasses, at random times you drink small amounts in regular cycles. This keeps your blood volume stable throughout the day. Every hour, Evelyn sipped about 3 ounces of water, just a few mouthfuls. Not too much at once, not too little. Just enough to maintain steady hydration. Within a week of doing this, she noticed her dizziness became rare. Her doctor explained why. When you hydrate steadily, your arteries stay filled, your blood pressure stays stable, and your brain gets constant oxygen. Even mild dehydration can cause dizziness, confusion, fatigue, and a drop in circulation. But hydration cycling removes those risks gently and consistently. The technique also helps seniors who avoid water because they fear frequent bathroom trips. Small sips spread throughout the day cause far fewer urgency spikes than large glasses taken all at once. Evelyn joked, "I don't drink water. I feed it to myself like a houseplant." But that simple shift made her dizziness fade and her energy return. It wasn't magic, it was biology. A well-hydrated body is a well-circulated body. Solution number 5, the nighttime circulation. Reset, elevating your legs before bed. Even after her morning drink, her ginger tea, and her steady hydration routine, Evelyn sometimes felt a little pressure in her legs at night. Her doctor explained that blood pools naturally in the lower body as we age, especially when arteries work harder to push blood upward against gravity. That's why older adults often wake up dizzy, he said. Your legs hold onto the blood, and when you stand, the upper body is temporarily empty. Then he taught her one simple habit that transformed her nights, elevating her legs for 15 minutes before bed. No exercise, no equipment, just gravity working in her favor. Evelyn lay on her bed with her calves resting on 2 soft pillows so her feet were slightly higher than her heart. At first, she expected nothing, but 10 minutes in, she felt heat moving through her thighs, then her hips, then her chest, like her circulation was coming alive again. Her doctor called it reverse circulation. By letting gravity pull blood back toward her heart and brain, she was essentially giving her arteries a gentle, natural reset. Here's what happens during those 15 minutes. Your veins decompress and relax. Your heart fills with more blood pumping stronger and smoother. Your brain receives increased oxygen. Your nighttime blood pressure steadies. Your dizziness in the morning fades dramatically. This technique is so effective that physical therapists now teach it to seniors recovering from surgery, stroke, or circulation issues. Evelyn was stunned by how quickly it worked. After just 1 week, she woke up with clear vision and steady balance. No more wobbling, no more grabbing the wall. She smiled one morning and whispered, "This is the first time I feel normal again." For someone her age, normal meant everything. When combined with her natural drink, ginger tea, and hydration cycling, the nighttime elevation ritual created a full system of support, morning to night, gently restoring blood flow and helping her body do what it was designed to do. And the best part, it cost nothing. It required no strength. It was effortless, soothing, and deeply healing. Many seniors think dizziness is an unavoidable part of aging, but Evelyn's story shows that with the right habits, the right understanding, and the right natural support, stability can return, and with it, confidence. Final thoughts. Let's take a deep, calming breath and reflect on what we learned today. We began with Evelyn's frightening, dizzy spells, the spinning rooms, the blurry vision, the shaking legs when she tried to stand. They were not random. They were signs of low circulation, stiff arteries, and an aging cardiovascular system struggling to keep up. We discovered the gentle morning drink that softened her arteries, dissolved tiny buildups, and sent warm energy upward to her brain. Fresh lemon for elasticity, raw apple cider vinegar for smooth blood flow, warm water for instant vessel relaxation. Then we explored ginger, the powerful circulation spice that thins the blood, naturally lowers inflammation, and renews warmth from the inside out. We talked about hydration cycling and how tiny sips throughout the day stabilize blood volume, restore balance, and stop head rush in its tracks. Finally, we learned the nighttime leg elevation ritual, the effortless reset that helps blood return to the heart and brain before sleep, improving morning balance and clarity. Together, these habits form a complete circle of healing: morning support, all-day circulation, nighttime restoration. Your body is not done healing just because you are past 65 or 75 or 80. Every senior watching this today has a body that still listens, still responds, and still wants to protect you. These natural steps simply help remind it how. If today's video gave you hope, clarity, or even a little curiosity, please take a moment to comment, like, and subscribe. Your engagement tells YouTube to show this message to more seniors who may be struggling quietly, just like Evelyn once was. Tell me in the comments, which of these 5 solutions are you most excited to try? Your answer might be the one that gives someone else the courage to begin their own healing journey. On behalf of the Senior Ways family, thank you for your time, your presence, and your willingness to care for your heart. Remember, age may slow the body, but wisdom shows you how to help it rise again. I'll see you in the next video. Stay steady, stay warm, stay hopeful.